During this video, I'm going to show you how to use the mobile IT app to control your VMware environment. Remember, this is available for the iPhone, for Windows Phone, and for the Androids. So I'm going to launch the application. Now I've done the setup on the back, and you can see I've imported the VMware Community PowerPack, and it has a bunch of nodes in there, or things that we can control using the iPhone. So I'm going to click on vCenter, and I'm going to go to my vCenter connections, and I'm going to create a new connection automatically. So it's going to ask me the IP address or host name for my virtual center. I'll put in the IP address of my home lab. I'll put in my username and my password, which I used on my home lab. And once it's connected, you can see it comes back with a connection. So for now, we can go back to the main menu and we can actually choose a different node to work with. We can go to the hosts, for example, and we can look at all the hosts. And we can instantly see all the hosts in my environment. If I click on one of these hosts, you can see all the information about that host. And you can even take that information and automatically email it via the normal email account. I'm going to go back and show you some more items. So we're going to go to host alarms here, and we can see that we've got an alarm on my host at the moment. As we go back, we've got a number of other options like host NTP settings. You can see I don't have my NTP settings set up for my hosts. And as well as hosts, we can do a number of different things with virtual machines. So let's look at the virtual machines. We'll look at the powered off virtual machines. And I have a virtual machine called XPVM there. We're going to click on that one. You can see the details of that virtual machine there. If we go back and look at our powered on virtual machines, I've actually powered on that XPVM now. So we'll go back and click on the powered on virtual machines. You can see the XPVM is in there. What we can do is we can click on that and get the same information. We also have at the bottom some actions. If we click on the actions button, we can click power off, and it'll ask us if we want to power off this virtual machine. We can select which option we want, so yes in this case, and it'll actually go back and power off that virtual machine. You can see that's now disappeared from our powered on virtual machines. We have a number of different options under this node as well. Let's take a look at our VMs that are in inconsistent folders. So the folder is named something different to the virtual machine name. We can see we've got some of those. We can even look inside the guest and view the partition information of this virtual machine to see the size of the disks. We can take a look at things like the VM's CPU ready time, so the statistics of the virtual machine. And we can even find virtual machines. So let's find a virtual machine by IP address in this case. I'm going to type in the IP address. It's going to tell me it's found the VM, and it's going to bring that virtual machine back to me. As well as virtual machines, we have a number of other different nodes and information that we can use. So we can look at information for our clusters. We can go to our snapshot information. We can easily see all the active snapshots in our environment. And we can look at how many, the numbers in our virtual environment as well. So for example, the number of vCPUs for our production cluster, or maybe the number of virtual machines that exist on each host. We have a bunch of different queries in the PowerPack. So let's have a look at the VMs that were last powered off. It's going to ask us how many VMs would we like to list. So I'm going to list the last 3 virtual machines that were powered off, and we can see the information and who powered those off. As I go back through and log out of my virtual center and close the application, remember this is all based on PowerCLI scripts. So you're able to basically come up with nodes and anything that you need for your environment that you can script inside PowerCLI. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, you can read the article on virtual.net.